Alright, I am live! Welcome everybody, thank you for, I will put these out. So, because if I'm right, there is some music going on. As always, you know, the pro streamer thingy. Go on. And probably, oh, that's good. It takes a little bit of time to start up, I see. But, yeah, how is everybody? It's Saturday. There we go. Even the volume has not gone completely up, so that is good. Let's see if we can just set it on repeat. Shuffle the whole thing. There we are. So, and long time no see. Yes, I know for us probably last week, although I wanted to stream yesterday, but again, work did come in the way, real life, you know. And I thought it was time to, let's check my mic. There is my mic, so now you can definitely better hear what I am saying. Oh yeah, still have to get used that my mic, whatever, same pro streamer problems as always. Good. And I see, oh, for the first time, I see I have 0 viewers according to what Streamlabs tells me. Okay. I always had at least 1 or 2 lurking away. No problem. I'll just keep chatting. And I am going to paint the face of this cute little guy. As you can see, I already did his magical gauntlet, right? Thank you, brain. I haven't been working on him for quite a long time. This is one of the things that I am planning to do on Saturdays. It's my monsters or bust stream, so I will do bigger projects, monsters, or in this case bust, which is a fallen. Wait, that's still, I still call it FFCC, but it's FHCC, as it is a fallen hair community challenge for my community here on Twitch. I try, or at least this is the second time I do it, to challenge them to get a whole bunch of fallen hairs, my channel points, together, and then I am going to paint a big mini, or maybe even in the future a lot of minis that I am afraid of to paint, as they just take. The model is really great, but I'm just afraid to mess it up. That's 2 years ago I started with Nagash, the Supreme Lord of the Undead from Games Workshop, and I did paint him within 1 year almost. Loved it, and so almost a year ago, it was in September, it was time to get a new challenge done, and it was about this guy. Oh well, I believe I did also a poll first, but yeah, it was this guy that I had to paint. Unfortunately, because there was a lot going on last few months, I even had to clear out this whole room. No other place to really paint. Yes, at a kitchen table, but not for this guy. Which means that I just hadn't time to paint him. It is, by the way, his name is Thevius. Oh, he is Thevius. It's TH. A 3D print from Oh damn. Loot Studios. They also have a 28 millimeter sized mini and a 75mm sized mini of them. I have him somewhere over here, but yeah. So no, I really like this this bust. It does resemble a little bit another famous kind of demon-like creature, Hellboy. That's why I really wanted to paint him, but a little bit afraid. But thanks to my community, I am painting him very slowly, as of course I want to make sure. Of course, I'm painting the eyes, so I have to concentrate a little bit. There are people who paint the eyes last. I do that too, normally. But with this bust, I have something like, maybe it's better to start with the eyes. And yes, sorry, I am hiding between my really great cheap mini holder. And yes, this is what I was looking for the eyes. Not really a pupil, but still. Oh, this is the first time that I see the result on screen is exactly the same as in real life. Good. Of course, eyes are always one of those things for mini painters. Some have absolutely no problem with them. And others do. Oh, and again. Maybe I should just try to paint the eye as I want to before I start with correcting the mistakes I make. So I want to give it a little bit more of a glowy look, but still with some resemblance of a pupil, like not really a, as if he is just has some glowing eyes. And there we go again. So some glowing eyes with the glowing center as the pupil. For this I am using AK paints, a greenish white, a deep green and a dark green. They are new paints I bought recently, just because I saw them at my local paint dealer. No, sorry, not local, my internet paint dealer. But oh, I see that I still have. Yes, that one is still on. Good. So my local paint dealer, and it's specially designed. It's not a triad of 4 colors. There's also yellow. What is the yellow? Laser yellow, of course, for making a glow effect, a greenish glow effect. There we have. I still have the special packaging of it. Never did get the chance to really try it out, but now so let's thin the paint nicely. Now I am debating, should I really give it a dot in the center? I definitely need to. Yes. Now this little I have painted. Should I leave it like that? No, I want to make it a little bit darker. In the corners of the eyes. Maybe it's an idea to make it even a little bit darker than just with this dark green. By adding even, whoops, don't drop everything except the mini. There's still a little bit of white there. It is definitely all about contrast. And I'm definitely going to get a little bit of a darker green. A darker green, not over there. I do have a darker green from Reaper. Why not? Let's Reaper and AK probably go good together, I hope. It's all acrylic, so normally ancient oak. Why not? And if you are also painting right now and you want to share, no problem, go ahead. Oh, and also if you do stream on Twitch normally and you want to get a little shout out, I have no problem with that. I like to help other streamers. Yes, I wouldn't be here if other streamers hadn't been there to get me to this whole streaming stuff. Let's see if we can get that just a little bit darker in the corners. Just to give it a yes, it's a little touch, but it definitely works. You get a little bit more contrast with this. What I am looking for, so you can get that little dot a little brighter maybe. There we go. Exactly. Now it's time to repaint that eyelid. Originally, as I want to go for a very bright red skin color. I had the skin originally also painted in a dark red. What was it? In this case, Indian Shadow from Scale Color. I should make a new tag for that. But then I remembered, if you want nice shadows in a face, or there are even people who say if you want a shadow, add a little purple to it instead of black. So I decided, if I'm going to add a little bit of purple for a shadow color, why don't I just paint the whole face in that shadow color, as that's normally my way of painting, going from the very, very deep shadows to the most brightest I want. As the I did once a little online course for painting skin from Gorilla with a Brush, great painter. Oh, there we go, almost off screen. He does it a little bit different. He starts with a mid-tone and later with glazing he adds all the shading and oh damn. And I can already tell you this is not a skill for those eyes. This is beginner's luck. It's the first time I paint, in fact, eyes like that. And yeah, then you can always say, yeah, it's the brush, it's the paint you use. Yes, and there is a little bit of skill. I mean, you have to hit the right places. But I'm one of those people, normally, when I try it the first time, it most of the time goes very good. And when you start to want to replicate it, a little bit less. Good. The skin tone. So for the skin tone right now, I use Purple Shadow. Oh, there we go. From Nocturna Fantasy Pro Vallejo. It's a whole set you can buy with all kinds of unhealthy skin tones. Unfortunately, I have never seen it that you can buy loose bottles. But I'm still working with this one. And in fact, if you have a dark red and you add a little bit of purple, you get, of course, the same color. The first layer will be the Indian Shadow, and I'm going to, because it's almost unreadable, readable, I have a very special, there we go, I have very, very big labels. Do I still have a label left? Oh, these are the very old ones that do not stick anymore. Big labels. I have a very, very thin pen. Sorry that I have to do this for a moment. But yeah, these are these labels. You can see, you can still see what it says, but that's it. And if I use it even more, and I do not even use this color very often, it's rubbing off somehow. So this is Indian Shadow, and the number is SC from Scale Color, and I believe it is 23. I will have to check it just to be sure. In this case, I have to go to the internet. You see, Pro Streamer, everything goes exactly as planned, as I have planned everything out. Indian Shadow. Yes, I know. The only thing I want to know, what number is it? It doesn't say. Over here. Come on. Oh wait, I forgot. Yes, there we have it. I forgot to add the USK. Oh, USK, is that even the? But he. Anyway, if you want the number, you have to add the. I always forget what the abbreviation means or in what order, but it's a US and a K. There we go. So let's go back to, let's see what you can see. As I thought, a little bit higher. There we are. It's still quite unreadable because it's my handwriting, but at least I can now see, especially the number, it's important. And I will make the higher highlights with brilliant red from MSP. Hey, hey, John the Templar, hello, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? and I'll give you a free stretch. Yes. Whew. Yeah, this is the. I hope you have a stretch. Yes. I hope you have a good day. A great start of the weekend. Well, no, it's depending on yeah, hype. Depending on where you are, of course. And I believe no, it's also getting more to evening where you are. But you know what I mean. And yes, I am back on my original Monsters or Bust stream with Thevius, the Rogue Ranger. I'm doing okay, thanks. Hope your weekend is going well. My weekend is going great. Last weekend I did. I do have some paintings and some. My mother likes to do puzzles, and she did some puzzles that I liked, so I could hang them on the wall. You know, the jigsaw puzzles, that kind of stuff. And I did not have time to hang them up on the walls, and I did last week, and I saw I have some nice spots left, so we decided to go to a local store, and I could pick out 2 more so she can make the jigsaw puzzles and frame them, and then they can go up to my wall. And well, you know, when you are shopping, you always end up at certain stores where you let's just look what they have, and you always end up with more stuff in your bags than you were planning. For example, yes, let's also, you had a woo! Thank you very much, Muse's Touch. I will drink to that. A nice cup of tea. Thank you very much, Shanua. Muse's Touch. Whee, you made it! Ellie Cat, hello, welcome, welcome. And I was just showing off to John the Templar my new the thermos. Yes, it is formed like a zoom lens. Just saw it in whatever. And Krutisk, well, hello there, hello there, hello there. Oh, Painting by the Hill. Oh, welcome, welcome to my little stream and my little workshop. Thank you for the follow, Painting by the Hill. The winners were Wargaming Recon for the bundle, and Dukul won the minis. Congratulations, guys. Where is my whee! Okay, good work. Congratulations. So that does conclude your Pride Month and Fabulous Marines contribution. So yeah, also thanks everybody who did contribute via my stream. It's I also did put some money. We all put some money in there. Nice. I hope you all are doing well. For those who do not know me, yes, I'm always that chaotic, going everywhere, because that's how my mind works. I'm a Dutch mini painter, and started out with Games Workshop stuff. Later with Dungeons and Dragons, I found out that painting single miniatures was also great, and later on I started with these kind of stuff. And Mr. Stutz, you know I really love hanging out with you, but I have to go to play Dragonlance. Go get them. May you have an awesome stream. Thank you very much, and have a really, really great game. And thank you for your stream. See you next time. And a Night Whisper. Okay, I guess the phone did something weird and I got dropped from the raid and I couldn't even figure out how to close it and came over manually. Okay, hey, it doesn't matter how you get here. Welcome, Night Whisper. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Again, I hope you are all doing right or all right. As you can hear, yes, I am not from America or not from England. I blabber a lot. Please, everyone, hang out here. Baldy is awesome. Thank you very much. Oh, tabletop game for life. Yeah, sorry, tabletop GM for life for the follow. Thank you very much. And I repeat myself also very often. But if you had listened to Mr. Stutz's stream, I already said in there in chat that I would be painting a Tiefling bust. Well, this is him. It's Thevius, a rogue ranger, a 3D print that I printed, but the design is from Loot Studios. I started it last year September as a community challenge, so people can get all their channel points in there and force me to paint a mini that I am afraid of to paint. And unfortunately, because of life, it has been quite a while that I painted on it. I did do his magic gauntlet, at least the biggest part. And now I decided a little bit that I was going to work on the eyes and the face, mainly the skin and the eyes. So yeah, well, I think the eyes are really what I wanted. I wanted to give them not really a pupil, but that fierce glow. As I'm going to give him a red skin, I thought green eyes would be probably better. So yeah, that's where I am. I started with a purple red, the purple shadow color. And oh, thank you very much, Shanur. You're great for the gifted sub. And welcome to the subs, Krutisk. And I'm now starting to give him some highlights with Indian Shadow from Scale Color. And that is by layering. If anybody is oh, before I forget, well, you did all come with I love the workshop. Thank you very much. Ooh, and Ellie Cat, thank you for the follow. And I do know that there are some other streamers here. Well, you did all come. Mainly, let's just do it properly. I believe. Why doesn't that work? Do I have to really touch? Oh, wait. For those who do. And that does work. More streamers. Of course, we have a Night Whisper. And as far as I know, let's scroll a little bit back. As far as I know, painting by the hill. The stream. If there are other people that I am forgetting, please tell me, so I can give a shout out. And probably you could even do it by yourself. You're very, very welcome. The reason that I started streaming were two, to be honest. One, so I push myself a little bit to paint a little bit more. As I'm, as you know, life, busy day job, full-time job, and I'm off screen. If that happens, I do have some channel point rewards that you can use for that. Cheap ones. I have, of course, some. My brain goes everywhere. Yeah, I do have also some more expensive ones, but okay. And I started streaming to also get myself to paint a little bit more, as I sometimes indeed have am so busy with life that I don't completely forget to paint. But also I want to share a little bit of the hobby love with other people and show some possibilities. If people have questions about painting and I can answer them, I am very happy to do so, and so on. So maybe I can get a few more mini painters in this world. Just people who discover that how great mini painting is. And I even dare to say I am a good painter for tabletop quality, certainly. I don't do commissions. I did, and I still have to do some. But I have discovered if I am painting for somebody else, which is not always a big problem, but sometimes I really get the way they want to paint a mini is not my way of painting it, and somehow it just holds my creativity back. So I have decided to no longer do well, I will be doing some commissions here and there, but I'm not a professional commission painter. And of course I want to a bust like this. I'm not going to paint it tabletop quality, a little bit more to a showcase, especially because it is a community challenge. Thank you very much. Yeah, I must say those are from a website. Luckily they had something that did look like me. It is a little bit limited in how much you different kinds you can do, but the most important ones are there. And yeah, well, if you stream, then it is, and you become an affiliate, you want to do something extras for those people who are watching. If you look at the yeah, I sometimes have trouble with being concentrated on painting and talking at the same time, but I'll manage. Emotes were my main reason for trying to get affiliate. Yeah, that's a good reason, of course, because I certainly do not do it for the money. It's nice to have a little bit extra money so once in a while, but I did it mainly for the channel points, as you can do really nice things with them. And if you look at mine, there are quite some nice things you can do besides the normal hydrates and stretches. And some other streamers have inspired me to just copy some of them. Of course, because hey, I'm not always that it's better steal something good than think of something bad yourself. So, bad translation, but and also now there are also sound alerts. Or you can buy other stuff. I even believe I have I have always installed so much stuff that most people do not even use. Those are new. Oh, I still have the community challenge open, 100% done. The hydrate, there is a right. I even have a TTF, which can be a bit at least if you can be a little bit of a let's see if it still works.
The Baldum says welcome to my chat, guys.
Right, still works. That kind of fun stuff. Let's do that. I'll keep working on the face first. We'll add a little bit of the brilliant red to the Indian, what was it? Indian shadow. Make it nice and thin. And yeah, when I picked this guy up this afternoon, from my shelf just to get ready for this stream, I immediately had to think of the word Tiefling. I always still have to restrain myself, as I'm still want to say Thiefling, as in thief, which is completely wrong. Yes, it is definitely Tiefling. As far as it comes from Germany, from the German word tief, which means deep, or some people even say, thank you very much. Just I wanted to say I do have a channel point reward for that, but I even do not know how much points it is. But thank you very much. Yes, it's one of those things. Pro streamer. Also, this is not my normal position. I have the same issue, tend to wander out of the screen when painting. Yeah, the problem is the way that I hold my mini. I see a lot of painters really paint on their table. And when I started, I did do the same, but more than 25 years ago, I did hurt my back. It not really that at that time bad, but it's still a weak point. So I found another way to paint by using I made myself a little higher desk so I could paint literally like this. So I hold my model in front of me, and yeah, then that is then the problem, because you can see behind me there are my paints, just a few of them. If you paint on your desk, you can make a nice with tape or something, a nice crosshair on your desk. There I have to keep with the money, with the money, with the mini. That's a little different thingy. So yeah, I have the problem if I can make something here, so I know where to keep my mini, but then I cannot reach my paints. So and that makes it a little bit harder sometimes. But I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one, especially because I am still thinking that I have to entertain people also by talking, and thus I am busy with painting, talking, and already thinking 3 steps ahead. What am I going to talk about if I have nothing to talk about? That kind of stuff. Welcome to my brain, how it works. But also, I mean, I don't do this for the living, so it doesn't need to be that perfect. Right? It's just... I wonder now, suddenly I am painting what color I should do the lips. And that's very simple. I will Google Hellboy, see how keep the conversation going can be harder than the paint. Yeah, that definitely. It's also, I have a very small world that I live in. I don't watch news. I don't read newspapers or anything, because they only depress me. And yeah, so that's I cannot talk about normal things that go on in the world. Also, I do not follow very much hobby stuff besides streamers. But yeah, not that it is a big problem, but sometimes I just don't know anything anymore to say. And then you get a little bit of the, damn, I need to talk, but I don't know what, and blank. Anxieties, I believe those are also a little bit in that. But good, we have Ron Perlman as Hellboy. That's what I am using as a reference. And he does not have a specific different color for his lips. They are just red. Good to know. Night Whisper, I have to get on the road, so I need to head out. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you very much. Drive safe. And I hope to see you very soon again. And have a great rest of the weekend. Also, when I started streaming, I really had the idea of more of educational streaming. So every time I wanted to stream, I just teach how I do metallics, how I do the old school painting. I did start in the 90s, and I have been stuck on that kind of mainly batch painting a long time, so long that I yeah, it has been quite a. I haven't been thinking about learning new techniques like layering, wet blending, and I've just started with those a little bit. And yeah, if you then want to make a educational, more educational stream, it's a little bit hard to find new stuff to tell, to show constantly different ways of doing things. At least that was my initial idea more. And the glazing technique is very good, thank you. Although this would be more of a layering technique. There is a little bit of a difference, not that I am it is still quite thin, the paint, but with glazing the paint would even be thinner. And is mainly used to give the paint underneath a different hue of color. So if I want, for example, if I want some of the shadows be even more darker, but not too but not really make it that kind of color, just make a very very thin paint in this glaze, and then you just give it a little bit of a, oh my god, I'm making Darth Maul looks like. Yeah, but as I said, I know the theory about it, and I have done in the past some things with glazing here and there, but I still have about 16 models 3D printed that I especially for a skin study that I wanted to do, as I had found on YouTube a channel that showed the difference between glazing and layering. Very nice, so I wanted to try that. Also, I had the same mini, so, and I have a 3D printer, so why not print it 16 times and try also out, if I start with another base color, what the difference is, that kind of stuff, and never got around to it, as it sometimes happened in my case. If you, I don't know when you started, did come in the chat of Muse's Touch. We just talked about somebody who finishes all his minis and then buys new ones. Really incredible. How do you do that? As I just buy minis, start some of them, and by the time I am halfway, oh, there are even better minis. Let's buy some more, because I have other ideas about how to paint those, and that's very fantastic. But yeah, so I do have quite the with a 3D printer. So Sionis has what now, 17 printers? Oh my god! I would need not only a bigger house, but a complete industrial site, I believe, to to keep all my minis. Now comes the difficult part, as now I have to decide a little bit, as it is, where the real highlights go. There are people indeed that draw them all those highlights out first and then just blend everything together. I really like always seeing how they do that, but my brain cannot compute, I would almost say. One of the big painters that I have some books of is Angel Giraldes. Really great painter. If I see what he paints and how he paints, really great, but books do not help me, because even if it is a step-by-step tutorial, I see the difference between, and there are 16 pictures, I see the difference between the first and the fifth. I definitely see a difference, but all those steps in between, they are such small details. A little bit of color there, a little bit of color there. I have no idea where he did make the change. But I managed with my models, and I think I will even add, or I haven't had my pure brilliant red. It was almost pure, but not yet. And as you are new to my channel, I'm not to brag or anything, but I'm also calling myself a collector of collections, as I do not only collect minis, but everything that has to do with mini painting. At least that's how it looks. Brushes, all kinds of paints. I'm always very into trying things out. So if there is a new wet palette coming out that tells us that it is revolutionary, then I really have to really try it out, of course. Thing is that I do not even know how to handle a normal wet palette. As I said, I'm still learning a lot of stuff. Last week I had a friend visiting me. I am, oh, there you go, one moment. Yes, the eyelids. I have reorganized my workshop over here, and he was really amazed about how many paints I have, not only here, because these are the paints that I use, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paint racks. I'm completely surrounded by them. He was amazed that I also have a big tub full of paints, washes, all of these. I don't have all paints double, but a lot of them are. Why? You have internet, you can, it's almost everywhere, 1-day delivery. Yeah, but I don't like to run out. So it's a little bit, I can say it's a little thingy that I have gotten from my mother. She's also, if you really need something and you need it a lot, it doesn't need to be fed. It doesn't cost any money having it lying around. So why not have extras laying around? Yeah, well, if you have a little bit of only a little bit of room, well, a little bit, I have more than enough room, but I just fill it with a lot of junk. All those collections of collections. So you know, yes, I do play D&D. I have DM'd and GM'd for almost 11 years. I'm a little bit more retired, just a player now. I also, of course, collect also dice. Why? Well, every character that I make needs at least 3 dice, and hey, dice are nice. So why not also collect those? And he has a very yeah, very expressional faced, but damn, what's the word? Nah, it's all too dark. I want it brighter. You know what? Oh, we have a part over there that is still. I think I will just try to get a glaze. Also, the light is off a little bit. Let's see if we can get the shadows a little bit smaller. And the shadows are a little bit too. Now let's just paint over this also. The 3D prints are really great. They look great, very detailed, but sometimes so detailed that I also want to paint and show every detail that is on there. Which does not completely give the right look. So all those folds in his face, they do not need to be that dark. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just now adding a lot more bright red. What was first very dark, like under the eyes, of course, we want to have a very nice shadow. As he looks very friendly. We want to keep that look very nicely. Yeah, good English. Make it all a little bit lighter. The smaller folds I will just paint over with this same color. And his nose we can of course keep a nice big shadow. Yeah, let's just paint over these two. So that makes at least his forehead a little less cracked. That was a little bit. It was more like his whole forehead has these big cracks in it. That is not how he should look. A little bit out of proportion, everything. Those Those are not no problem on his cheeks. They can be a little bit darker. And of course I have not really thought about a real light source. You have to step away. Keep up the beautiful work. Thank you very much. Look forward for visiting again. Please do. If I have time, I will I will visit your stream. Let's. I'll download the stream, the chat later. I will. So have a great rest of the weekend, and thanks again. See you next time. Let's get a little. Yeah, take care. The shadows, they can stay, but just make them a little bit smaller. That is, yeah. So now we can add on the places we just painted over. Now we can add the smaller parts again. Now and I'm lost. What was I trying to say? I have no idea. Anywho, this is going really nice, even if I say it myself. I think I will add a little bit of orange for the last highlights, just a little bit. Oh, before I forget, next Saturday there will be no stream. Sorry, I get a visitor the whole day. And I hope that finally at work it is getting a little bit quiet, so I can at least stream Friday. Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. The shadows were just much too big. A little bit of dry lips. And that's how I want his face to look. A little bit more highlight after a sip of tea. Orange. I think Lotus orange is the good thing for that. Thank you, Bertha. So we take a brilliant red, thin it. Oops, wash my brush again. And take a little bit of the orange. Let's see how much, because I of course do not want to give really make it orange, but just enough. Give it a little bit of a orange, the orange hue. Because the color underneath is still the same red. It at least gives still quite a nice red color to it. See if we can get a nice small spots on his lips. I guess a little bit on his eyelid. I think I will have to add a little bit more of the no. Red, no I don't. That is, as far as I am concerned, the Hellboy red skin look. A little bit here. Oh. Let's stretch my legs a little bit. Let's see if we can find some places where to add a little bit more. Thinking a little bit about where the light coming from that side. So here we should have a little bit more brightness to his skin color. I even forget some complete parts to paint over here. Let's make sure that that is also. But we still, his chin is a little bit too dark to my liking. So add a little bit more red over there with a little bit of the purple. A little bit more brightness to those. I need a different brush for that. Let's do these ones. Very thin, AK, because I don't want to do the eyes again. Just like to glow very much. A little bit over here. I dare to say that this looks even better than I had hoped. Always nice as a painter that you light falls that way. Yeah. Always nice if you can still amaze you with your own work. That is what I call a very nice bright red skin tone. Then we have the rest. Let's put that one back. I'll use that one. Yep, there we go. Dope. That was number 1 for this stream. Go back. Oh, before I started the stream, the one thing that I did about the gauntlet, I put 2 coats of varnish on it, because I already knew that I would probably touch it very often. The chance that I would rub off my great paintwork is definitely very possible. I really did not want to wear gloves this time. That is also a possibility, always if you have with this kind of big minis. Little tip: if you have a mini that is too big for a holder, and you have painted the part that you want to conserve, keep the paint where it should be. You can always add a little bit of 1 or 2 layers of varnish to protect from chafing off paint. We have a back side of the ear. Has really, yes, it has. Entering lurk mode. Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy. And right now I am a little bit low on stuff to talk about. Anybody has any suggestions? Or a topic to talk about? Has anybody, for example, tried out the new phonetic paint from Army Painter? Carol did already talk a little bit about them. And I have been experimenting with some rust special effects paint from Army Painter, which I really like. Paint is quite thin, but we have a second ear. Really? Yes, he still has both his ears. Nice. Well, Kutix, I have some paints, did not try them. Yeah, that the washes are great. Those you did try, nice. Yeah, I mean I do have the strong tone and the rust tone, which I definitely like. It's not like a lot of other companies that only have, or only, most of the times it's black and brown, but in fact, as far as I know, they are all a little bit more brown. Oh no, you have also the other colored washes, right? Yes, the whole set. Sorry. The light is coming from there. This one should not be as light as. And I did, by the way, today look on the site from Army Painter. I really like that you can buy the complete sets of. Whoa! Hello, Colder, welcome! And thank you for the. Oh, thank you for all those bits! Thank you very much. That goes towards buying some Army Painter paints. For sure. I am even thinking if they are really if I really like them, the Fanatics range, then it is quite possible that I will stop buying Reaper paints and maybe go completely over to the fanatics, as they are a little bit more easier to get here in the Netherlands. Sorry, Reaper, but it's not a definite decision yet. Just let's see how it all works out. I do like the whole new system they have. And not only the paints itself, but that it on the bottle it already says where that color is on the whole in the whole system. So if it is the darkest, the lightest, or somewhere in between. Let's see. I'm almost done with the skin and the face. Nice. And the reason why there's some white showing in his sideburn, simple, some paint got rubbed off. Now I'm even thinking, I already have a lot of blue in there. I will have to repaint that, but first, let's see how that looks. A little bit more of the skin tone over here. And I call his face done. Yep. And I dare to say, oh, a little bit more there. And a little bit more highlight on top of here. Yep. Face and eyes done. Meaning I will go on with the... No, let's go on with his hair. Now I have to check. I believe it was not just a black that I have. Ooh. That's not a pure black that I have used. And now the thing is... Oh, did I? Yes, I did. Whew. Before I start, I use OneNote to keep track of what colors I use for what mini. And Abyssal Blue, that was it. I wanted to make it more like a blue sheen over the, not of course completely blue, but maybe a very dark blue, because there is more blue on the model. That's probably why I did go for Abyssal Blue. I have to change off. No, let's keep this open. No, I do use OneNote for keeping track for what paints I use for what mini. I did use a other. There we have Abyssal Blue. It's almost a black. I did use a Rocketbook. I like his jacket. Thank you very much. And I have not even really done anything on it. Just give it the base colors. So that's a good sign. Thank you. Let's give it a good shake. So I used Rocketbook in the past. Why is there? Are there some drops of water on my wet palette? You are not be. You are supposed to be moist, not wet. A great system. So you can make handwritten notes, can scan them, can put them on your Google Drive, on several other cloud systems. You can even email them just with one scan, and you can even on your phone, where you scanned the pages with, even if it is handwritten, it has OCR, optical character recognition, so it can read and you can search as long as you write neatly. Too much details, go on with the story. You can search in all those pages that you did scan. Only the one problem is they don't have a cloud service. Maybe they do have now, but at that moment they didn't. I changed my phones, so all my scans have turned into PDFs and they are handwritten, so yeah, you cannot search in them anymore. Luckily, I did transfer the information to OneNote for this bust. Yeah, there we go. It's very, very, very dark. Blue. I don't know if you can. It even looks, if it is dried up, it even looks more like a gray, I guess. Oh. And his fake goatee. Fake goatee? Yes, he has a fake goatee. No, he does have a goatee, only it did not print, so I used a little bit of green stuff. Not my best sculpting effort. But it was, you can even see here, oh, that's bad. You can see here, that is where his goatee, part of his goatee was. Okay. Now I am thinking, now I had the thought of, hair is very nice to do when you do a very bright dry brush on it, and then go with a little bit of a lighter color over it, nicely thin. You more like a speed paint kind of effect. So because of the dry brushing, you will get very nice highlights on them, also very detailed. Dry brushing right now would not be very wise, as the chance that I am going to hit the skin is quite possible, which would be of course a shame. So I guess I will use more of a edge highlighting technique for it. The hairs are a little bit too detailed. Whoops. Whew. I'm a little bit too detailed and too fine to just paint them all in. I could do that, but then I'll will need quite some time to accomplish it all. And am I already quite behind with this mini? Yes, little. Can I call it a tail in his hair? Is that it's not really a ponytail, but I almost would say it's more like a man bun. Although it's not really a bun. Definitely have to see what color I'm going to use. Nope, I'm completely off screen. Maybe a better idea next time also to put my wet palette in front of me, because I am constantly turning towards my wet palette while painting. Really? Why? I have no idea. Why should you turn to your wet palette if you are painting? So I want to make it a little bit more blue, but not really ultra blue. Oh. Just needs to be more black with a hint of blue. This is his little ponytail is kept together. Oh, there are no. Now I wonder. This is quite flat without any detail. Did it? Uh-oh. I have to Google a little bit again. I should make a emote for that. Maybe, but let's see. There he is. Yes, he is missing also a part of his ponytail. A little bit, but just a very, very small part. So I will just paint those on. You will paint the hairs on the highlights. Oh, I did forget his sideburns over here. You can see this is one of the first models that I 3D printed. And that's why it is nicely detailed, but has some flaw in them. Some flaws in them, on it, no, off it, to be honest, as they are not there. All the flaws are there, but they are not. Yeah, ball. Yeah, yeah. Right, Baldy. Better stop talking about it. They know what you mean. And you are only making it worse. So everything is that really nice dark bluish black. And he has a head in it. Yeah, as I said, he has some flaws in them. There is a hole in his hair. What I was saying, I am thinking. So this is the base color. I think that Antarctic gray. This is more of a more greenish color. Or do we go to the other side? Navy blue for highlights. Oh, this looks very bright on screen. It's not that bright. No, but it is too bright for what I want, or at least have in mind. If I use a color, but yeah, we will. I will make the highlights Riley gray, which is this color. But first I will use a gray in this fight, graphite gray, for the initial highlights. Oh, sorry, you cannot see my beautiful. Why are your eyes not working? Come on, let's dance. There we go. A little bit of the gray. Not dry brushing, but let's see if we can get that highlight on there. Get a more of a, add a little bit of thinner. Get it on the whole brush. Edge highlighted all over it. There we go. Actually, do we have? No, we don't. I was thinking about maybe using a cheaper brush, but oops. Hold the model a little bit different, like this. add a second highlight after this with white. Just on the highest parts. And then just paint over it again with a very thin Riley gray. So that it does cover up everything, but because I have a very dark shadow color in there, it will hopefully keep the nice shadow in there. Oh, that's a shame, but thank you for popping by. Thank you for the bits. Hope to see you next time. Have a great weekend. Call there. This is also almost a little bit like dry brushing. Yep, there we go. Second time. Bats. Twink. I am definitely planning on Saturdays working on this model again. Clutex, do not worry about dropping stuff. I dropped my brush about 5 times this day. Hey! Good to hear that I'm not the only one. As long as I don't drop the models. This one can take a little bit of a beating. Has not such small details on it, but it's of course not meant to be dropped. That does already look quite nicely highlighted. And as I said, let's add some pure white for it. In this case, no, it's purity white. Oh, so nice, filthy. Let's see if we can get the. Yes, there it is. Now the same thing, only. Right, this is a very, very thin white. Did forget about that. So. Spent half an hour looking for a shield. Oh yeah, the falling parts. Yeah, oh, always great. And especially in your, I don't know if it was in your house or in your garage, but in your garage, yeah. I mean on the gray floor, and I guess it was still gray. The shield, I mean. A little bit of course, it's still grey, and of course it was in your garage. Yeah, grey concrete floor, grey small part. Always nice. The struggles of a mini painter, yay! And I don't know about you, but normally, but you did find it. That's something. Oops. Let's see. So that is my idea about the highlights. Does look not natural. It's much too white, so we are going to make a nice thin Riley gray. Maybe even, yeah, let's, you know what, we were talking a little while ago about glazing. Let's get, oh, no, I have to get rid of my glaze. No, those are the wrong ones. I have my glaze over here. Glaze medium. Let's add 3 drops. Probably not enough yet, but really want to make a real, yeah, a near glaze. What I'm going to do is not really paint it all, but use the same technique a little bit. Just make sure that I hit all the white and gray areas. This is a very light glaze, so it will need a little bit of drying time. Certainly a few more layers, coats in this case. Oh, it was a unique shield even. I wanted it on a specific. Oh, of course. Of course. Always. Then good that you did find it back. One thing that I am not going to, not being able to do is at the back of his little man bun ponytail thingy. So I will have to add the highlights by hand. Not that hard. Let's start with the gray. Make sure we don't touch the wet part of the rest of the hair. Get a nice point on the brush. Come on, you can do it. Yes. Oh, I'm completely off. Let's see if I can show you a little bit. Just make small stripes and paint it already. Just as if there is after a hairs and I am losing my point. Oh, what was the point? Yeah, my brush. The point of my brush. Right. I have a bit of that white. Just to give it a little bit the look of that there are hairs in there. And without using the very thin. Really grey, which is more of a green than a bluish grey. Let's see if we can. Up. going to hit all those white parts again. Okay. Add a little bit over here with a little bit of the gray. Just add a few highlighted strokes. So it does look a little bit like there is indeed a hair structure. Time for another sip of tea. Cheers. That was not a sip, that was a complete gulp. Yes! Right. How is this? Still wet? Now I have to, about the horn. The horn. How are we going to do that? I believe it was the same color as the hair, but of course we are not going to do it the same hair, same color. But what I can do, I use the same base color, which is the not completely black. What was the color again? Abyssal blue, right? Add a real black line later around it. The same thing with this one. I think I will let it end in a more darker red color. It starts as a quite black black horn, but now I am trying to wet blend some gray in it. Make it a nice blend all the way around. Still wet, but okay. Then we take a little bit of that color, a little bit of gray, and a lot of white. Clean my brush, it is too dark. A little bit more white. Wet blend that in with the gray. Oops, it's already dried. But you are now making it more white and grayish than red. Yes, but the same technique as with the hair. I just used it as the base color and then add a thinner layer of the red. We have to blend this a little bit more. Oops. Yes. I would say that is a nice. Oops, there's a little bit of. Make sure that the point with a paint brush. The tip is definitely nice and bright white. A little bit of a thinner. Just mix those colors together. That has to dry, and I still see that the hair is also still not dry. Good. The inside of a horn. How does that look? Very good question. Yeah, I have no idea. I have seen a lot of cows in my life. They do have sort of horns so they don't hurt each other with them, but those are all the well. This one is also not fresh, I guess. A rhinoceros horn. Okay. Okay. That almost looks like a skin color. Although his skin is red, the other part of the horn is going to be red. Okay. Well, the core seems to be quite dark, so that can still be this nice Oh, you know what? Let's start a little bit with gray. Surrounding it a little bit. And a little bit of white. Try to blend it a little bit here and there. Back to the Bissell blue. Did a little bit more blended. Was not a really completely blend. Oh, yeah, I'll count that as a drop. A little bit more black through the rim. Let's see. Oh, I don't. I have a dark red still. So a little bit more of the skin color. Red. Oops, it's white. That was not my intention. I'm trying to get a little bit of a blend between a grayish pink and all the other colors that I have here. I'm literally just adding till I get a little bit of a blend and look that I am liking. The hairs are getting a little bit tacky, so they are drying. That's good. Oops, that was too much. What are you trying to go for? I have no idea. Just adding more blending until I find something that And I get to the point that, yeah, that's about what I like, what I want. I'm going to add a little bit of the Riley gray to the edges. Why, I have to be honest, no real idea, just to give it a little bit of a highlight maybe. Just see how it looks. Add a little bit of white to the mix. Just a little bit like damage. Damage marks on them. A little bit too regular. That's better. I think that looks decently enough for a damaged sawn off. Yeah, finish your sentence. Come on, you can do it. Finish it, finish it. Sawn off horn. I'll add a little bit of the purple in here. Not on a regular blend. Just some streaks here and there. Just to get a little bit of a some kind of gradient in there. I'm thinking of wait, maybe I have a very dark Indian. Oh no, that gets too brown. I thought to be clever and Indian shadow, which is a very dark red. Let's just add a little bit of orange and it probably will get a very nice brighter red. No, you get a very orangey brown. Okay, so now I am taking, that's the wrong spot, but okay, a little bit of the brilliant red combination we already had, and a little bit of that Indian shadow just to get it a little bit brighter red. Let's see, where do we have those little streaks? Add some don't need them to be really obvious. Very visible. It's just enough to give them a little bit of a kind of, yeah, contrast. That's it. Now for the other. Oh, that's very good. I still need the very bright red. Do a little bit of Indian shadow. Mix into it. Make it nice and thin. Not really a glaze. Now let's see if we can. Oh, that's too thick. Nope. Yeah, now it is. Clean my brush a little bit and a little bit more thinner. Not quite the effect I had in mind. That's because there is some kind of the whole horn. Yeah, it's no. Has some. It's not it's not a smooth surface. So now it's acting more like a red wash. Which is definitely not what I wanted. So I'm taking a little bit of that abyssal blue, thin it down, and counter attack the red I have just used. Just give it a little bit of a right, yes. It's not really what I had in mind. It's not a big problem. Because it's still nice and wet. I wanted to do a nice bright red on the top. And the rest is still wet. So yeah, instead of just glazing the red on it, I'm now again wet blending the whole thing. Let that dry. There's a little bit of and that is about the effect I wanted. Still have a little bit of wet blending, but it's now too wet, so I will have to wait till it is dried. And there are some parts of the hair that are still wet. Damn. So we still have to wait. And I see I have already given you a little bit of overtime, which is no problem, of course. But I am going to end the stream with a stretch. Oh. There we go, there we go, there we go. I am not going to rate anybody, as I always feel the necessity to also stay and keep watching. I'm going to clean up and go to bed. So I'm ending the stream without a raid. Sorry. But thank you very much for keeping up with me, for staying, for the raid, for the lovely chats. I hope you have a great Saturday evening or Saturday day. Right. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you again, and till next time. Bye. Where's my end button now? Oh, over there. There is my end button.